Hello everyone, I'm Farmer Sim and welcome back to my Let's Play series here on Court Farms Country Park. Well, wouldn't it be great to wake up to that in real life every day, eh? So, yep, here we are, episode 3. We are in the same month as the previous episode, we're in September, but we're in the second day. Weather's a bit nicer today, the skies are a bit bluer. Got a bit of, as usual, got a bit of work to crack on with. I have bought myself a new tool. Just around the corner here, I have picked up a field roller. Now this is a really nice little mod here I found on the mod hub, on the Giants mod hub. I will pop a link to it in the description below. But it's a really nice little thing. I'll pop it up in the menu here. Where are we? Rollers. It's a JZD AK Slushevich, I think I'm pronouncing. Well, I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, am I? PB5032. This has cost me £4,856 because I did. Let's bring it up in the shop here and I'll show you. There we are. And there we are. I added it with the Cambridge rollers, and I obviously changed the colour of a couple of items, which brought the cost up by a few pounds. So yeah, £4,856. But it's a really nice little bit of kit, and it doesn't take a lot of power. Hence why I've found another tool that the little 390T can use. Sorry, a little job. So what we're going to do today, initially, we're going to get the 2 fields that I drilled in the last episode rolled. We're going to get that done. And if I bring up the HUD, what you'll see there at the top there is I have picked up 3 more grass silage bale contracts because I really do want to get my hands on some cows, even if it's just a few of them. I really want to get moving forward with this farm, get some cows, give myself more things to have to do. Because we've got some silage here fermenting away. If I just have a quick check at these and see how these are doing, 65% fermenting, so it's not going to be too long before these are ready to are going to be silage bales. So I'm going to be able to sell some of them, and I am going to obviously use a chunk of them to go towards the cows to make some total mixed ration. But obviously, to do that, I need a feed mixer. I'm going to need straw. I think I'm going to need a straw blower. I'm not entirely sure if this cow barn will take bales straight from the bale. I will test that obviously initially before I fork out a load of money on a straw blower. But obviously, you know, I'm going to need straw. So at the minute, and because of the timing of things, I'm not going to necessarily be able to get straw from the fields that we drilled in the previous episode because of the timing. I may well need to spend a bit of money on some loose straw bales from the shop initially, just to get some bedding down for the cows. But all that to come. Certainly not necessarily in this episode, but the finances that we will get from the 3 silage contracts are going to go a long way towards helping me get that. I'm certain that once I've collected all the money from those contracts, I'm going to be able to afford to get hold of some cows, even if it's just 5, 6, 7, 10 maybe at a push. We're going to do it. That's obviously where I want to be. And also some sheep. We will have a look at the cost of the sheep in the near future, and we're going to get some of those as well. So yeah, so the first job of the day is obviously going to be the rolling, and then we're going to get into the silage contract work. Now, I know I did have a bit of a giggle and a bit of a laugh in the last episode while running the Fendt with my newfound reverse drive function and the mower on the back, and then putting the windrower on the front of the tractor but driving in reverse. I know that was a bit daft, and I'm fully aware that I could have actually done it normally and popped the mower on the front of the Fendt and ran the windrower on the back, but I was just very keen to just have a little go at least of running the reverse drive function. So if I do that again in the future, I will be doing it the normal way, so shall we say in inverted commas, mower on the front, rower on the back. But today, because I've got 3 contracts to do and they are all dotted widely around the map, if I just bring the map up here, this field here, field 23, is a silage contract, fortunately right next door to the one we did in the last episode. We have field 31 here, again, silage, and where is it? Field 63 here. So they're all over the place, and with the sell points are up here at the garden centre bales. There's one Where's the other one? Up here at the biogas plant, and the other one is around the corner from my farm here at Valley View Bales. So yeah, we've got a bit of travelling to do, and as I say, the contracts are here, there and everywhere, all over the map. So what I'm going to do, what my idea is, I'm going to run the Fendt with the mower on its own, and I'm going to enjoy that in reverse drive again. I'm going to run, and then I'm going to follow up with the Ford and the windrower, running behind the Fendt. So the Fendt is going to go from field to field doing the mowing basically, then the Ford will follow with the windrower going from field to field getting the rowing done, and then obviously when the Fendt, which will be finished first, that'll come back here, pick up the baler and go back to each of the fields and get the baling done, and then when the Ford is done, finished rowing, it will come back here and pick up the bale trailer, we'll pick up the bales and we will send it to the individual selling points, because each of the 3 fields has a different selling point. So we will benefit financially, obviously, from the residual bales we get left over from each of the 3 contracts. And then once all 3 are finished, then I will collect the contract money. Now I'm not going to run. I'm not going to bore you all to tears with watching me do all 3 of these contracts. I think I'm going to compile all 3 of them and all the work and travelling involved into another bit of a montage. Those of you who are familiar with my videos over the past since I've started doing this know I do like a montage, so I'm going to turn all 3 of these jobs into one montage. So there'll be a bit of mowing, a bit of travelling, bit of everything in the montage. But first, we are going to crack on with the rowing. We're going to get these 2 fields, sorry, that we drilled in the previous episode rolled, sorry, goodness me. But yeah, it's a really nice little mod, this. If I just pop into the field here and get it unfolded, it's got a lovely animation for a start. If I just jump out and watch it unfold. You see the way each of the rollers just kind of swings in the wind, as it were. It's really cool. It's really nice. Quality mod. And obviously it's a relatively simple European branded roller. There we go. If I drop this down, but yeah, I think it's really, really nice. It does the job. And I think it's 6 meters wide. Again, let me just pop into the menu and just confirm that. Rollers. Yeah, 6 meters wide. So it's got a good width to it, so we get a good bit of ground covered. So I'm going to crack on with this. I'm really quite chuffed that I found another tool and another job that the Massey can do around the farm. Obviously, when it comes to getting the cows, I have a couple of mods in mind. I have had a check on, especially on the mod hub, and I've had a look at some normal sized, relatively cost-effective feed mixers. So I've got one in mind. I think it's about £26,000 to buy it. It's relatively small. I think it's got a capacity of about 8,000 litres, so it's not the biggest of things, but that is another implement that this tractor can do around the farm. So yeah, looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting progressed with the farm. So yeah, so I'm gonna crack on with this job. Hopefully it's not going to take me too long, and then when we're done here, we're going to get into the 3 silage contracts and get cracking with that, and hopefully at the end of it have a decent bit of money sat in the bank in order to get some cows. So, see you all shortly. Right, we're over in the next field, rolling away, and I'm really impressed with this new roller. I really am. It runs at 9 miles an hour with this Massey. Strangely, the same speed that the Massey ran with the cultivator in the previous episode. So, yeah. It's got a good pace on it. It's coping very well. I'm actually quite proud that quite chuffed. Sorry that the roller's got a bit of dirt on it now, because for a few minutes it was the cleanest bit of equipment on the farm. So yeah, but I do plan at some point shortly investing a couple of £1,000 in something of a jet washer to give everything a bit of a clean. But I need to focus on the important stuff first. Get some cows, get some animals. So yeah, but I just thought I'd give you a quick update, just to let you know how the how this roller is faring. And so far, it's very, very good. So I think I'm good. I reckon this will take about the same amount of time, 20-25 minutes, I think. So we'll crack on, and I'll see you shortly when I'm done. There we are. Now I love how these rollers carry on spinning as well when you pick up the when you pick it up off the ground. The front one was doing it then, the back ones didn't do it quite so much, but I noticed it as I was doing the up and down roads on this field. Again, yeah, a really, really nice mod. The link to it from the mod hub will be in the description below if anyone's interested in picking it up. Anyway, right, yeah, second field rolled, all done. If I just pop into the menus there, all done. So, if I bring up the HUD, we do still have the message that weeds are oh, disappeared then for a second. Yeah, the message that weeds are growing, but it doesn't appear on the map. There's no green in the field. I'd have assumed the green would be would look something like that, but for weeds, but it doesn't. So I'm going to hold off on that for now. I'm not going to spend any money unnecessarily on some kind of weed tool as of yet. But I would like to, if I do need to do some weeding, I will try and get it done mechanically as opposed to needing to get any kind of herbicide spreader. Mechanical weeding would fare better for the precision farming score, at least, anyway, wouldn't it? And it's friendlier to the environment. So anyway, right, enough of my waffle. Let's get this out of the field, get back over to the farm, and we shall commence our 3 silage bale contracts. So we're going to get this parked up. I'm not too sure where I can keep this roller actually for now. Shall try and find a space. I suppose I could actually. I could pop it right in front of the cultivator for now. Let's drop that off. Nice and neatly. That'll do just fine. Right. So we shall. Where shall I pop this? I'll stick it next to the trailer for now. Excellent. Right. So. Oh yes, that was the other thing. Thank you to all of you who commented in the comments, obviously from the previous video, regarding Simple IC. Now, I was one button away. There it is. I've had Simple IC installed for a very long time, but I just assumed that that was the extent of it. You know, you walk up to the door, you see the little red marker appear, and, you know, off you go. But yeah, I was one button away. It was there all the time, and I haven't altered the standard keybind from the mod. It is the / key on the left-hand side of the Z key in the bottom left of the keyboard. But yeah, there we go. I can fold the steering wheel. I can open the front window. How cool's that? Well, it's cool for me anyway. It's new, I guess, and I can even remove the front mudguards from a button, which is pretty cool. I think that's about the extent of it. There doesn't seem to be anything I can do with the rear window, but it was the steering wheel I was bothered about, so that's fine. So we can fold that up. We can get out. So yeah, thank you to everyone for that. I just love it. I do like learning these new things, even though I've had that mod for such a long time. Learning something about it so long into the future, it's just, I suppose it just makes me smile, I guess. But yeah, I'm very grateful to all of you for passing that information on to me. All I needed to do was actually just look at the instructions. Right, anyway, so we're going to get cracking with the silage contract jobs. So let's jump in here. Let's fold the steering wheel down, because I can. Let's turn on. Let's get reversed out of here and get hooked up to the mower. We can just whip it round in one go right from here, can't we? There we go. Slowly does it. Should be about right, I hope. Yep. PTO, cables, jump in, fold up. There we go. Right, so we've got field 23, field 63 and field 31 to do. So, I think I'm going to do field 23 first. Now I know that one, regarding the field entrance, that one is nice and easy to get to. It's just along the lane from the last one we did in the previous episode, but there's not actually a gate to this field, so I haven't put them in the right folder, have I? So field 23, off you go. Oh, I know it does make it round here with no problems. It's always nice to watch. So we'll get this cracking over to field 23. When it's almost finished the mowing, we will, or when I've almost finished the mowing, sorry, because I'm going to do it myself, we'll get the Ford on its way to that field, and we will send this one via auto drive to the next one, which will probably be the field 31, which is down to the bottom of the map. Yeah, so you shall join me over at the field in a few minutes. And here we are, field 23. So, like I said before, I am going to pop this whole multiple contract shebang into something of a montage. I'm going to start first by spinning this around, because I always do like to operate fields in a clockwise direction. So we're going to jump in there, we're going to jump in there. Which one is it? This one. There we go. And let's spin around, eh? Let's get that lowered down. There we go. Turn her on. And we shall crack on. So I'm going to pop this whole thing into a montage. And I shall see you all in a wee while, when hopefully we're on our way to have a slightly more blessed bank balance. So, catch you shortly. that didn't take long. Honest. About 3 3/4 hours, I think, all that's just taken. But we are now back at the farm, and I'm going to come to a stop right now, and I'm going to run through the money with you. Let's turn this off. Oh, peace and quiet, goodness me. What a busy afternoon, and the sun's come out. It's a lovely day now. So, right, bring up the menu. There we go. Right, as you can see in the top there in the contract HUD, we have completed the 3 contracts, field 23, 31 and 63, and we now have in the bank £22,321. Now that is because, obviously, as you all know, the residual left over from each of the contracts, the extra bales we got. Field 23 gave us £3,691, field 31 gave us £2,231, and field 63 gave us £4,579. So that was good. So yeah, 22 and a bit grand, and we have all 3 contracts left to turn in. So if I pop to here, there we go, 8462 6175 7060. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, £44,018. That's awesome. So that now gives us a few options ahead of us. What that does mean is I can afford to buy, I think I'm going to get 10 cows. That's what it's a nice round number to start off with, I feel. So we're going to jump into here. We're going to go straight to 12-month-old Holsteins. There we go. 10 of those, buy for £11,800. Boom. Done. There we go. Hello, cows. Yes. Welcome to you too. There we go, everyone. I'm a cow farmer. Kind of. Not quite got there yet. There we go. Very happy with that. That's a good bit of progress. So, what next? I need to buy myself that wee feed mixer. So if we get ourselves into the implement menu and we scroll through here, it's somewhere, there it is, that one there. Now I'm sure some of you will recognise this one because I think this is the one that Scroft used in his initial Farmhand series over on Calmsden. So yep, this is the one we're gonna get. Need to change the number plate to suit the little Massey. There we go. Done. Back only. £26,000. Yes, I can fetch it from the shop. So, there we go. Now back to a menial £6,200, but it was all worth it because we've now got some cows and we've now got a feed mixer. Now we've got silage on the way, so I think the other thing I do need to pick up is maybe a couple of bales of hay. I know we're going to need sort of maybe a bale of hay and a bale of straw, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, right, so let's, I'm going to get this tidied away. I'm going to jump into here. And pop this back in the shed. This has been a busy tractor today, as has the Fendt. Covered quite a bit of miles back into around the map. So let's slot that in there. In fact, do I need to send this over to the shop to get some bales? So I've got £6,200 left. Let's just have a quick look at how much bales cost. So if I got 2 bales of hay, oh no, just 2. £2,980 for 2 bales of hay, and £2,580 for 2 bales of straw. So I could just afford to do that, couldn't I? That would leave me with very little money, but that would be a good end to the episode if I stock up with hay, straw, the feed mixer, and get the cows a chunk of food in. That would be pretty good, wouldn't it? Although I can't actually, can I? No, because I've got to wait for the silage to be fermented. So that's I need to slow the horses down. Fermenting 72%. So we're not going to be able to get them fed, I think, till at least next month, which will be, well, if I fast forward time, it'll be possibly tomorrow. Yeah. Right, okay, well, the main thing is we've got what we need, so I think I am going to take the plunge and purchase 2 bales of hay and 2 bales of straw. 2 bales of hay. Yep. And 2 bales of straw. Dum dum. £658 left in the bank. Well, it is what it is, so we're not going to disconnect this just yet. We're going to go and get those bales. We shall send you off to the shop. There we go. RBM Agricultural. Off you go. And we are also going to jump in this wee beastie and go pick up the feed mixer. So, shall get this running the auto drive, and I'll see you all at the shop in a few minutes. Well, there we go. That's all done, and there is our new little feed mixer. It's a beauty, isn't it? This is now the cleanest thing on our farm, or when it gets there. But they've stuck the bales on my trailer for me. 2 hay and 2 straw, and I need to jump in the massa here and get hooked up to the feed mixer. But yeah, I think this should do us proud. I know it's not the biggest of things, and maybe in the future we'll get something a bit bigger when we have a few more cows perhaps, but to start off with, I think it's pretty perfect. How shiny it is compared to the Massey. Alright, let's just squeeze out of here. I'll send you on your way back home. There we go. And same with you. Off we go. And as previously, I shall see you all when we're back at the farm. Right, here we are, back at the farm. And I'm going to get these bales loaded off. One by one, unfortunately, because I think this thing would nose end itself if I try to do 2 at a time. They are 8,000 litre bales, so the capacity of this bale is actually the same as the capacity as the feed mixer. So I'm hoping I should have a decent amount of, well, a little bit of hay, as it were, for a few feed mixes, just to see them right until we get ourselves properly up and running. But a little bit of hay is better than no hay, isn't it? Because I know obviously I've got the grass fields as well, so I could do with investing in a tedder so I can make my own, and then I won't be buying any. I think that's going to be one of the next most important things on the list, and possibly also a straw blower as well, assuming that the cow barn doesn't take straw bales. Although in actual fact, that's what we're going to do now. We can have a quick check on that. So let me just load up with this one. There we go. Oh, steady. Right. So let's jump out quickly here. Now the other thing I've done actually, I don't know if any of you have seen one of the Farm Sim Guy's latest videos around about the tip about altering the XML to deal with the gate openings. Now it has obviously this doesn't look quite right, does it? You know, ooh, I've just scratched my new feed mixer. But this altering this in the XML was for the purpose of field entrances, altering the degree of rotation on the gates from 90 degrees to 130. Now it has obviously, it's done the same with this gate as well, so I know that doesn't look quite right, so please forgive me. But I'll pop a link in the description for his video, because if any of you are interested in making the access to fields a little bit easier, it's a really simple and very quick fix to do that. Unfortunately, in my case as well, it has obviously altered this gate as well, because it alters all of these gates that match all around the map, the ones that open this way and the ones that open the other way. I've altered that so that all of them open to 130 degrees instead of 90. So anyway, yeah, as I say, if any of you haven't seen that video, I shall pop a link in the description. It's a very simple way of solving the gate problem. But I think, let's see, if I just pop the triggers on, where are we? Interactive zone markers, there we go. Okay. We're going to assume no, that's not working, is it? So I think it needs to be a straw blower, doesn't it? Okay, right, well, here's what it is. Right, let's pop this over here with the other hay bales for now. I'm going to shut that gate because it just looks silly. I appreciate that. So, right, yeah. We'll pop these here for now. Let's see if I can just slot it nicely there. Oops, bumper cars. Shoddy driving on my part, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologise. Just sneak this one in here, hopefully. That will do for now. And let's take the front loader off. There we go. What's next? Yeah, do you know what? I think it's been a pretty decent day's work so far. Let's turn you off. But yeah. We've got cows, everyone. 10 cows, a feed mixer, a couple of bales, hay and straw. We're on our way. I should have put that away, shouldn't I? I'll do that shortly. Well, you know what? That'll do for me. I'm going to call it there for this episode. I think that's been a pretty productive day. We've got our fields rolled on their way to growing nicely. We've obviously completed 3 grass and silage contracts. We've got ourselves some cows now. I've almost got most of the bits and bobs that we need to look after them. We've got the feed mixer. I just need a straw blower, and I think that they're all right for water as well. I think this. This little pasture has the water over here, so when I jump into the animal menu just here, there's no water needed, and you'll also see that they already have 4,927 litres of grass because I have the animal grazing add-on. So this grass in this meadow here, this little pasture, counts towards a bit of feed. So they do have something to eat, which is good. So that'll give me a tiny little bit of leeway to allow the silage bales to ferment. Hopefully, I think by next month, by October. So we'll get as soon as that happens, they'll be getting unwrapped, popped in the mixer, bit of hay, get it mixed, chuck it in, job done. Hopefully, he says. So yeah. Anyway, right. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time watching the video. I really, really hope you've enjoyed it and found it interesting and a bit of fun. As always, hit the like button, leave me a comment if you've got any thoughts, any ideas, any tips, anything I've missed, anything I've done wrong. Please let me know. And if you haven't already, and if you like the video and you like my content and my style of play, hit the subscribe button. Yeah. So, thank you everyone, and I'll see you in episode 4.